Hi, and welcome to Easy Collaborative Art, where I share simple insights into pattern play collaborative art. I'm Charndra, and in episode 31, I'm talking about different types of collaborative art projects and which ones work really well with groups of all ages and abilities. If you've ever wondered what kind of collaborative art project could I actually run with my group, this episode's for you. In this episode, I'll walk you through 3 types of collaborative art projects that I do and the settings they fit best in. Idea 1. One large collaborative artwork helps groups to feel connected fast. One of the simplest types of collaborative art projects I run with groups is creating one shared artwork together. Everyone paints on the same canvas. They share materials, ideas, and the experience itself. I often use a large square canvas about 1 metre squared. It's impressive, gives the painters plenty of space, and encourages people to move around and respond to each other's marks. They can hide in a corner and work on what they're doing, or they can just move around. We move through the pattern play stages together, first messy playing, then exploring patterns, and then bling at the end with the fun paint pens. I've done this with school classes, wellbeing groups, and community workshops. And every time I notice how quickly people relax and enjoy themselves. They look around, they notice what others are doing, they start talking, they copy each other, they work together. I encourage them to copy each other, as that's how artists learn. If you want to build group connection quickly, this format is a great place to start. Revisiting the same pattern over 3 sessions also builds confidence and a sense of shared ownership. If you'd like to see how this layering builds over time, my website has lots of visual examples from real-life projects with groups of all ages and abilities. Idea 2. Joint collaborative artworks are perfect when painters want to take something home. Another type of collaborative art project I use, especially with primary school kids, is what I call a joint collaborative artwork. This is where several canvases are pushed together and painted as one large artwork. At the start, no one owns a single piece. Everyone works across the whole surface. Then, during the bling stage, the canvases are separated and each person finishes one panel in their own way. This is also great for parties. I usually assign the canvases randomly at this point, although if I notice a child has a particular need for a certain one, I take that into account, but that's actually only happened once. Occasionally there's a spare canvas for swapping, for example when there's 19 kids and 20 canvases, as working on an even shape works best. What I love about this format is that the kids get both the shared experience and a personal artwork to take home. They might add paint pen details, glitter glue bursts, or a few stickers. I guide them to place these stickers in a small cluster or around a shape they like, rather than scattering them so that they disappear visually. Idea 3. Collaborative murals work beautifully for ongoing groups. The third type I want to talk about is collaborative murals. These are very accessible and build up in layers over time. These aren't huge, intimidating wall projects. They're small scale. I only work up to ceiling height, which avoids the need for ladders or steps. I leave the large-scale murals for others. Each person adds marks and patterns over time, using the same pattern play framework that we use for every artwork. I've used this process with several schools as longer programs, usually running over 4 to 7 sessions, and often 1 session per week. Each session is usually a couple of hours. What's powerful is that both the painters and the people walking past can see the progress. Participants remember what they added, and they feel proud every time they pass the mural. If you have a spare wall, working with a group on a mural over several sessions will become a shared story on the wall. It starts blank and ends up looking unique, dynamic, and amazing to everyone involved. So let's quickly recap today's 3 ideas. First, one large collaborative artwork is great for building connection quickly, especially when revisited over 3 sessions. Second, joint collaborative artworks give people a shared experience and something to take home. And third, collaborative murals work beautifully for groups that meet over time and can be enjoyed by the wider community. If you're listening and thinking, this sounds great, but I'm not an artist, I want to gently remind you, collaborative art isn't about skill. It's about the process, the connection, and the companionship that forms while creating together. Pattern Play Collaborative Art is designed to make this fun, easy, and inclusive. You don't need fancy techniques, just a simple structure and permission to play. And I give you that permission to play. If you'd like to see these projects in action, check out the articles on my blog and sign up for my free Beginner's Guide to Collaborative Art, where I walk you through it step by step. Pattern Play Collaborative Art is my simple 3-stage framework for creating art together. Messy playing to loosen up, exploring to layer playful patterns, and bling for finishing touches with paint pens. It's beginner friendly and everyone can join in, even you.